And we're live. We're back with another episode of Shadowrun Up in Smoke, our Shadowrun 6th edition live play game. Set in London 2082 and following this wonderful group of people. Before we jump into proceedings, we'll quickly go around the room and people can tell you who they are and who they are playing. Kat, take it away.
Hello, I'm Kat, or Cleric of Court. I am playing Nico, the human street shaman, who has spent the majority of this campaign having her life ripped apart into shreds, unrecognizably blown up, and slowly rebuilding. She's now going back to the place where some guy tried to kidnap her. It was not pretty and it was not going to be fun. And she likes to play with fire. And she's apparently ghosts are an issue, were an issue. Who knows? Oh, she's got some really powerful sisters, so don't fuck with her.
And of course, you know, the Pikachu onesie bunch. Take it away.
No, ain't happening again. No, gonna happen. Oh, okay.
Somebody donated $1,000 so Pete will wear it again.
No.
Once the marathon starts.
No. No. It's never gonna happen again. I'm Pete. I play Grifter, who is a human street samurai. And I think I might get some pew pew in this particular episode. I'm fingers crossed. That's where I'm at.
I'm Kim. I'm like KTP, the Technomancer, who's probably just going to spend this evening standing behind Grifter, rolling her eyes.
We'll get KTP pew-pewing too. Last time, our showrunners dealt with the consequences of the events at the haunted house. Figuring out nightmares, insomnia, and a strange combination of magic and technology, and the potential of doing it again, and the dangers of doing so. Setting up meetings between KTP and Nico's adoptive sisters to discuss matters, while also figuring out where everyone was. Grifter visited Miranda's apartment, though he doesn't quite understand himself why he did it. Maybe those emotions bubbling up. Who knows? But did find that Marcus was being hunted now. Or at least there were interested parties interested in getting to him. With all said and done and everyone trying to figure things out, the party makes a resolution to now once again return to the stage of destiny and continue the last task left to them by Malcolm, to figure out what is going on with that place and their trafficking of metahumans. Now, for the record, for those new to the Shadowrun universe, metahumans means people. Anyone and everyone. In the world of Shadowrun, where humans were once there were just humans, and now there are different expressions of humanity, elves, orcs, dwarves, now everyone is a metahuman. Just a different metahuman type. Yes, even normal bland old human is technically a metahuman. With that said, we return to our base of operations, our G.I. Joe or James Bond base, in what was once in the early 21st century Liverpool Street Station in London, but now that a new one was built, the old one was, bricked up and left to rot only to be taken over by our crew. It's been a few days as you've been preparing everything. And it's getting to nightfall. I'll leave it to you then to discuss and make plans, and we'll see where it goes. Unless you prefer for us to move straight to the stage of destiny.
We need to figure out, are we doing individuals or are we doing it as a team?
You already have an entrance. You already have.
Yeah. We have our copper coin.
I think we
Put
could
your
certainly
way in.
turn up as a group of us, can't we? And then we could always split up to make things more interesting, because that always goes so well, right?
I'll be honest, I'm leery of being in there alone right now. I don't. After what happened the last time, and the house, I'd really rather stick with you guys. I mean, Grift, if you want to enter one of those contests on your own, I mean, I'll back you up as best I can. I don't think they'll allow it, but
Well,
I'm not stepping into a ring by myself. And I think
that's fine. Like we'll stick together. We'll do this one. We'll stick together.
I think we should bring Karis again.
Yeah, that's a
There
good
are
idea.
signs and the translator app that KTB built turns his signs into voice, saying, "I wasn't about to stay behind."
Well, we're not initially expecting any trouble, are we? So
Like the last time.
no, I know. No, that's yeah. So we'll just stick together, the four of us. It'll be fine.
You're not expecting any trouble.
No, I'm gonna behave myself.
There's gonna be trouble. You know
So,
us.
just I have a quick question. Pete, did you finally fill out the pilot bit on your sheet?
Yeah, well, I've been putting it up by a point every week, so it goes up slowly and slowly.
Okay.
So it wasn't all in one go. So we're on 4 now. See, you thought I'd forgotten, didn't you? No, I haven't.
I have
See?
to ask. I have to ask. So, go ahead.
Yeah. So, I mean, let's load up a car. Let's go and have some fun.
Fun.
Casino. Grifter's quite excited about all this because he got to do the thing last time and it went quite well. And
So you want to go for the competition, not for the human trafficking.
well, obviously we're there for the good reasons, but there's a bonus.
Oh, no, human.
I mean, we know part of the scam. They get him in debt. But where does the trafficking come in? I mean, is that the next level up? Are these people, or is this something separate that's using this as a cover?
I'm assuming we're going to have to get in deeper than we've so far seen to see that side of it.
Yeah, but how?
Well, I was kind of assuming that at least one of us was going to have to put ourselves in the system. Which would mean signing up for games and the like.
Yeah.
But I mean, if we go in, We chill. We see what we can see on the outside. There might be something, another angle we can see once we're there.
I'll allow you all a willpower and intuition roll. Because there is something you all said at the time. I'm just going to, if you don't remember it, I'll give this roll to see if I can recall it. I'll make it difficulty 2. Considering you all tend to just roll 3, should be fine.
3.
You remember the last time you were in the Stage of Destiny, you looked up and you saw the, almost like that view hall above where the 4 leaders
Mhm.
of the place stood. I mentioned one was, I think I mentioned an orc, an elf,
Yeah,
a dwarf, and a human.
We even met the orc. He came down and he's the one that gave us the copper coin.
And you also met the human, which is seemed like an older gentleman. That is the one who helped you get Miko out. He's the one who guided you, Nico, through those shifting hallways. At the time, you had discussed the possibility of becoming important enough to get up to that room. But that was the other avenue of investigation you had decided on. Up to you, whichever method you wish to choose. The difference is, one you get to by winning, the other by losing spectacularly.
Winning is the better option.
Up to you. You either break the piggy or let the house win.
The house always wins. Unless you're playing Texas Hold'em, and then your odds are a little bit better.
Well, I guess winning is the easier option, or the better option. Might not be the easier option, but losing could possibly be more chaotic for us. Or should we just go and see where we end up then?
Well, let's go in aiming to win.
Yeah.
Do you leave towards the Stage of Destiny?
I guess we do.
Yeah.
So who
Nico
has
gets
the
all dressed
coin?
up.
As you begin to drive out, Nico, you feel because you have the intent of heading to the Stage of Destiny, you feel the coin warm in your hand, and you know exactly where to go. You feel the knowledge just pops into your head.
Should just kind of blurts it out. Okay, we need to go to this place. It's yeah, there. That's where we need to go. I don't know how to get there.
Put it on the GPS and you drive there directly. But yes, Nico has just blurted out the location of the place you want to go to.
The human sat there.
And she's all dressed up. This is not her normal.
Catnev.
It's a catnev.
Yeah,
The
yeah, it's
catnap,
catnap.
That's the question. Nico is dressed elegantly.
For Nico, yeah.
How is everyone else going?
As inconspicuous as possible.
Just not regular attire. No, I mean, you are going to a place where people are mostly dressed up, so I think KTP would also be dressed up, but just be her bland self.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not actually sure if Grifter has got any dressed up clothes. What
But you must have done because we
must have
went
done
last time.
So yeah, I can't imagine it'd be full suited and booted though. But
And Karas, of course, full James Bond.
yeah, basically, Grifter's got a clean t-shirt on. Is that what we're saying?
The next time you need to bring Dr. Watson and give him shades. You arrive outside the Stage of Destiny, and once more, much like last time, it's a door and kind of like a shady alleyway with, curiously, once again, just a group of homeless people sitting nearby. Homeless people that you recognize and realize it's once again that very prepared security detail working the place. Though much like Nico, you'll be happy to know they have taken your input into consideration and now actually look the part.
And she's catching eyes. I mean, she's making a point of catching eyes, and and again marking faces because she wants them to mark hers. This is security.
I recognize you. There is a the leader, just the one you spoke to. There is like a lingering eye contact with you, and a quick nod, and they kind of go back to their, let's just say, passivity.
Yeah, to give them a little wink. Is there for panhandlers, like you stuff a coin or a bill or something like that? Is there something? I know everything's seems like it's on cred sticks, but is there physical money, or is everything?
There is a little, almost like a busker's hat, set up there for people to give alms to the poor.
Yeah. So Nico's gonna just kind of pull a coin out of nowhere, run it over her knuckles, and then flip it into the hat. She'll give him 5 new yen just because it's funny.
You come to the door, and before you can even knock, the door opens, and it says, "Miss, welcome." And it's the same female attendant that was your guide the last time. Masked, as always, in a suit. Says, "Welcome."
Are you going to be our attendant tonight?
Yes.
I'd like to request someone else.
Well, she bows and takes a step back and just melts into the wall.
Thank you.
And a few seconds later, another one comes out. Pick the gender, metahuman type, and everything else you desire. You're going to a full game character creation, and can choose your attendant to be however you wish.
Got 5 different genuses of metahumans. So hang on a second. This is where I love dice rolls. 3. They're a dwarf.
Okay.
What are the other options?
Dwarf, and then the rest are the usual. You want young or older. Gender, let's call it race, so skin tone, etc.
That that non-specific, when there was a computer model that was done when you just take everybody and you smush them all together and that's what you get. That's
fully androgynous.
Yeah, but also as far as any type of identifying racial features. So the skin is
for the most part, most of the skin is covered because they are wearing a mask, and a suit and white gloves, but you would see like the neck basically mostly.
Yeah, so it's like a light brown, green eyes. Hair is kind of a auburn brown.
Okay. And
definitely
they
androgynous.
step on and says, "You have requested a new attendant. I am your new attendant. Am I to your liking?
Yes, thank you.
Your coin,
I'm
please.
Nico.
Your coin, please."
Hands over the coin.
He takes the coin in one hand, closes the fist, opens it again, and it's your clicker.
I need to learn that trick.
You need to be truthful. You will need to work here to be able to do so. Perks of the job.
Interesting. Is this a spell that you learn, or is it an ability granted?
I cannot answer that.
Okay, just curious.
It's in the right. I will put it in legal terms. I have signed an NDA.
Excellent. As a sorcerer, as a shaman with schooled in sorcery magic, can I tell?
Let's have you make a logic and just magic. Sorry, is it sorcery the skill?
Yes, sorcery is my skill.
In logic and sorcery.
Logic and sorcery. Well, I suck at logic, but okay.
Wanted knowledge. That's logic.
Yeah.
You think on this as you all descend and the door to the outside closes behind you. You head down into those set of double metal doors. 3, of course it's 3. You knowing from what you saw last time, this is not a spell. Like, this is not a spell that would be being cast by the staff. This is quite literally maybe an ability given to whoever is marked as an employee by whoever controls this, call it pocket plane.
Okay.
It's more of a global power sort of thing.
Yeah. She doesn't say anything. She's kind of, and then, I mean, there's just that slight little hot tilt of, without saying anything, and then keeps going.
You reach the double doors, they're open, and once again you see this massive environment, very elegant, very well lit, the usual, almost like crystal chandeliers hanging in different places. There are zones for, usual hand-to-hand combat, magical combat, some deckers and technomancers on one side, duking it out. The usual that you saw before, call it laser tag tournament. The old, Legends of, the Forbidden Temple kind of game area, and the usual amenities of a normal casino. Anything from blackjack to roulette to fucking bingo.
Bingo.
There's even a competitive Scrabble area if you want it. You're fairly certain you're seeing someone just shout "Uno!" The Stage of Destiny does it all. If you can make money with it, it's here.
Oh, they're playing war.
Hell yes.
So are we getting a table again this time?
There's already a table reserved to you, and your attendant is guiding you to it. It's kind of set in a centralized, almost like lounging area, where people, allowed, get drinks and everything. And it's almost like raised on a bit of a platform, so you can survey the entire casino and people watch.
So I'm assuming we would ask our attendant for drinks and stuff. There's not like a bar we go to. So
yes, you would ask him for.
So pretty much as soon as his butt hits the chair, Grifter's up. Drinks.
Yes.
So he looks at Karis straight away. Are you drinking?
Karis just raises an eyebrow and shakes his head.
So he turns around to KTP with the expectant, are you drinking?
KTP turns to the attendant and just asks for a water.
So with a last ditch attempt, he looks desperately at Nico. You're with me, right?
Well, it depends on whether or not they have Macallan on the shelf.
They must have.
We have let's just say we have a very wide selection.
Great, I'll take a 15-year Macallan. Thank you.
Well, and you, sir?
I'm going to start off. With beer.
Very well. Which kind?
Something Italian.
Well, and he pretty much swings, turns on his heel and walks away. And after a few short steps, you see kind of like someone passing in between you and him, and he's gone. And then a minute later, he comes up the stairs from a different location with a tray and presents you with your drinks.
Takes drink.
Puts a menu in front of you and says, all the amenities available tonight, if you are interested. And takes a step back and stands away a distance, like enough to be there if you need him, but not be in your face so you can talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah. So
above you, you of course see the 4 owners looking over everything.
Yeah,
Grifter looks up and then turns around to the table and sort of goes, can see him from here.
I think Nico sat so that she can see them, so she's facing them. So when the drink comes, she deliberately looks up there, looking to make eye contact, lifts the glass in a salute before taking a sip. And that is the only
4
sip.
leaders in unison put their fingers to their forehead and give a short nod.
And that's the only sip of alcohol she's taking tonight.
Oh.
I love it. 3 people come here looking to do some business, and 1 person comes here to have fun.
Yeah, but for Grifter, work is play. So.
That's true. You see the amenities, and in fact, there is Uno, there is War, there is, Go Fish. Scrabble, and every game you can think of. There's Monopoly being played with real money, which is the ultimate way of losing friends. And there, now that you are a bronze level member, there are you see that other competition. There is you saw the laser tag one. Now you see the option for the live fire tournament. And you see the combat arenas, and you see like the team arena. And there's this warning. There is participants must sign a waiver for the potential of real injury. In other words, we're not responsible if you get your ass killed. But you can see them like the minimum bets, and you can. The funny thing is, you see the bets and the odds and stakes are on the menu, and they change automatically. And they get updated constantly. And the amounts of money that you're looking at with the arena are above and beyond the stuff you're seeing in the, let's quite literally call it above board games.
Are the arenas free for alls, or is it like paired groups?
There's
One-on-one
both.
type?
There's both kinds. There's let's say for let's say hand-to-hand combat, for magical combat, for like Technomancer Decker stuff, for the one I mentioned, Live Fire. There's both, individual entrants, like the more traditional, and they exist in both traditional tournaments, almost like, imagine like the movie Bloodsport, something like a kumite, some that sort of style. There is also literally one that is a free for all, like Thunderdome on steroids, and there is also more team based, and the team based are all organized. You go through rounds in a tournament rather than everyone jump into the spot and let's see who stands supreme. Because the potential for a clusterfuck if you dump a bunch of teams in a room is much worse. With teams, you get the idea that it's better for the viewers and the people making bets if they can clearly see the teams, and better for the betting too.
Grifter turns around back to the table and, right, so we've decided winning is probably the better way forward. How are we going to play this? Are we going in as a team, staying together, or are we going to singly try and catch their eye?
We're stronger together. And Nico then is going to look at Karis and go, do you want to join us, or do you want to stay away and observe?
He gives you a look like, what the hell do you think I'm going to do?
And then she just smiles at him. I would never presume.
He nods, but stays firm. He doesn't actually say anything.
GTP.
Why am I always the one that wants to say no?
You're reasonable.
I'm sensible.
You're not an adrenaline junkie like the rest of us.
Yeah, the whole center of attention thing.
Well, look, if we're not all in agreement, we're going to do it as a team, we're better off not doing it as a team, right? So either we all agree and that's great, or not. It's not fair to pull people in if they don't want to do it.
Yeah.
And I think we can all also agree that after last time we were here, it's probably best we stay as a group as much as we can, right?
Yeah.
Fine.
That was positive. So where would we go to sign ourselves up for a thing?
Click.
Oh, click, yeah, of course. Click.
The attendant takes a horse. Have you decided on an amenity?
Yeah, I think we'd like to enter the tournament for the teams.
Well, if you'll follow me. And he walks you towards take a few steps until you're after the you leave that area with the tables, and he extends a hand to you, Nico, and says, please hold my hand and please all link hands together.
Take the hand.
almost like a little daisy chain. And he takes a step forward, takes a few steps forwards, and you all see how you're walking, looking at this guy, just walking towards a wall. And then suddenly, almost like your vision shifts and you're walking down a hallway with stone walls to your sides. And he takes you to what it seems to be almost like a locker room. Because there are all kinds of weaponry you may need. And let's call it clothing more suited for combat engagements. I must request, do you have a name for your group for betting purposes?
Grifter's going to say a word. No.
Grifter's Angels.
No, you want to?
No, no. Go on. I won't.
The Pika Pete's.
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of something that involves Malcolm's name.
You.
Something with Malcolm's name. So I'm trying to think something witty, and it's not happening.
Yeah.
Nothing?
I don't know.
Yeah. I'm sorry. My brain
I'm
is
going to
like.
offer one that one of
Yeah,
you
go on then.
mentioned some time ago, almost like a potential name for your group as a Shadowrunners. It's the Strays.
That's right. We were talking about the stray cats. The strays.
That's fine with me.
The attendant nods, says, I will enter this name. Please get ready. The lights above the door will turn on when it's your time. May victory be at your side. And he gives you a short bow and turns on his heel and walks away. And after like 3-4 steps echoing down the hall, that stone hall, you just don't hear him anymore. There are, for you, there are clothes for you to change on, more like your standard like jumpsuit and stuff. Very generic. There's also essentially whatever gear you may have normally, like in terms of like body armor and such, it's available. Same with your standard weapons that you may have.
So she doesn't have her leather duster on her.
No, but you would have an equivalent, like
Okay.
leather armor or something
Okay.
similar.
All right. All she does is she changes out the heels for a pair of like Doc Martens boots.
And what about gun-wise? Would it be an assault rifle type situation?
Yeah, instead of having your combination thing, you would have the different weapons, like the assault rifle you normally use, or the pistols and everything.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, pistol and an automatic rifle, yeah.
And KTP, you find your little stun baton and stun gun in there if you need it.
Yeah.
Nico also starts hiding knives everywhere.
Harris doesn't take a single weapon. Puts.
Karis is a weapon.
Yeah, and he just and doesn't seem to put on. He puts like a normal armor on, but it's you know that it's mostly just for show. Because his real armor is really, he can turn his skin into armor.
Nico just goes, the leather vest, it's hot. Just go with that.
He just shrugs because okay. Hey, I think it's time to rumble then.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to ask you a question. You have the option, the attendant appears, you have the option of putting a bet on yourself. And I'm going to ask you, how much do you wish to bet on yourselves?
How much money do I have? You could
As a
prove-
group, we have 46K.
If you win this, put it this way, if you win, every round you win, you will be adding about 20% on top. So 46K, you would be adding about
not putting it
9K
on.
on top if you win.
Not right. No, not doing it all. I mean, Nico's willing to put up 2K of her own money.
Grifter will put in 8K of his own money.
KTP doesn't gamble.
Okay, Karis doesn't. None of the money is technically his, so he doesn't put in any money.
Yeah. Out of the last job, we split the money so that he got his equal share.
Then he's not putting anything in.
Okay. All right, so that's 10K total on us.
In total, okay. If you win, it will be a 2K win, and then we decide what will you invest in the next round. The further you go into the tournament, the more money you make. Word of warning: you will have the ability to rest for a few minutes between rounds, but there is no such thing as, going home, resting off some injuries. It's more or less do or die.
Are there rules on healing?
No.
Excellent.
You can heal if you can heal it, go nuts. There are some first aid kits in the locker room. So if you need to do some patching up between rounds, you can do it, but usual rules on healing apply. So with that, we come to the first round. And I need you all to roll your initiative. As the door opens, you get into a classic, almost like arena-like elevator that just brings you up to the arena where you can hear the raucous cheering by the audience, which you look at are all like holograms. They're not really there, just people cheering. And in front of you, across from you, in almost like metal flooring that you can see upturned boxes and just straight up chest high walls set into the environment for cover. But mostly just metal flooring. You see on the other side a group of 4 gunmen appear. I'm gonna start rolling that initiative.
$11 for Nico.
KTP got a 12 and I got 14.
Karis is a special case. Karis is a special boy. Karis has 27.
Not bad then.
As Karis is a genetically engineered, almost like super soldier, so he has 4 initiative dice. He has built-in reflexive boosters, which are kind of thing that Grifter can get for extra initiative and actions.
Has it been a full week since the house?
In days since the house.
Okay.
Okay. Now for my mooks. Okay, so Karis goes first, and what he's going to do is just move up to a cover and take cover behind it. Grifter, it's your turn.
So are the other team visible to us,
Yes,
or
they're visible to you. At this point, they are at long range.
a long run? So sort of we're emerging. Karis has gone up. So I know I'm not really going to hit anything because it's too far away, but it's almost like a covering kind of move. I will fire towards them as I'm going into cover myself.
Okay, take your shot. Roll. Here's the question though: are you trying to hit someone, or just trying to distract
The
them?
direction of, if anything, trying to make them less likely to get.
You want
to
just mostly just scatter them.
Yeah.
Okay, then no roll needed. I will just give him a difficulty on making any attack rolls on their turn.
Oh, okay.
It's like kind of. Do you move up or anything, or just staying where you are, issuing that cover fire?
To the nearest bit of cover.
Okay.
Trying to keep us as close together as we can without being all on top of each other.
Sounds good. That brings us then to Nico.
Nico is going to follow up behind Grifter and cast visibility on him.
Okay. That sounds awesome.
Yep. So let me roll that real quick.
Meanwhile, KTP, what is your intent?
Oh, matrix check.
Make a matrix search.
Let's see what we've got.
Electronic. Oh.
The higher you roll, the better.
5.
5. You realize immediately they were trying to run silent on their gear, basically trying to hide the icons from a matrix search, but they're not good enough. They really don't have the skill or the tech level required to do so. You can see the icons for all their gear.
Okay.
Which means you could data spike everything that they may have on them.
All right.
And I'm guessing you're going to move up to a cover as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
8 hits.
8 hits. Yeah. Is this your improved invisibility thing that?
No, improved covers cameras.
Right.
So she wants people to be able to see. She wants the cameras to be able to see because she knows that that's what's being broadcast. Yeah. But because that makes for a better show.
If Grifter is attacking, does that reveal him or not?
No, it does not.
Okay. Though, having said so, I would say you can hide Grifter, but likely what you won't be able to hide is the muscle flash.
Okay. Let me just pull it up just to make sure. Invisibility fades from you, becomes transparent, gives them the invisible status where the number after the status becomes the threshold of any tests to see them.
What I'm saying is they won't be able to see him, but they might be able to use the muzzle flash to locate. To locate.
Gotcha.
Or at least get a general idea. They will still need to roll the 8 to try to detect him. But the other one, the muzzle flash will become a logic check to see if they can fucking triangulate him.
Okay.
Okay, comes to my mooks. They're just gonna run up to cover and one of them is going to take a shot at Karis.
Nico did move behind cover, by the way.
Okay. Let me roll for Karis. Not a single. The shots impact the cover, but do not hit Karis. Actually, in fact, they hit way past where Karis actually is. Brings us to the next round. I'm going to ask a question of you. And you need to tell me, I'm going to have you as a group make a decision for the NPC. In this moment, for the duration of this combat, Karis is your Pokemon. You control him. Should Karis operate just on a defensive scale, meaning he'll stay back and intercept? Should he go on the offensive? And if he does so, lethal or non-lethal?
Defensive until somebody gets hurt,
Yeah, that sounds about
That's a
right.
good idea.
and then non-lethal. I think KTP would be most comfortable with non-lethal.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, Karis hangs back and just stays undercover in a location where he can keep an eye on all of you. That then brings us to Grifter.
So how far can I go and still be covered by this invisibility? Like, is
As
there a
far as you
distance?
want.
As
Oh,
far
right.
as you
To
want.
the moon and back.
Right.
Yep. I just have to hold. I'm sustaining it.
I guess I'll make my way, knowing that I'm invisible, towards the other end of the, I don't know, the playing field, the whatever you'd call it.
You with your normal, unless if you wish to. Here's the thing. You can convert your action into more movement if you want to, and just not do anything except run. If you just move your normal, like minor action, it's about 10 meters.
Yeah.
So you will be able to move across, let's say, a couple of rows of covers and get more like to the middle area of the arena.
I'll take. Yeah, so I'll take my major as a move further.
Okay, in that case, you can easily reach basically behind their lines and set up there for maybe next round.
Yeah, because they're not going to detect me as of yet. That they wouldn't have any reason
Yeah,
to think.
I mean, they can, but they would have to roll spectacularly high.
Yeah, so that's what I'll do then.
Okay, Nico, it is your turn.
Yeah. If I was looking at a 2-meter sphere, how many of them can we fit
Just
into
one.
that?
Just one.
Just one?
Because Grifters wide attack just made them spread out.
Okay. In that case.
In other words, blame Grifter.
Yeah.
Always do.
Always do. I don't want to do that though. Okay. I'm just going to throw some clout at somebody that's in line of sight.
Okay. Remember, you have a
Mm-hmm.
-2 because of the you're sustaining a spell.
Yep. So that's only 15 dice.
15 dice, just.
8. It's 5 hits.
5 hits. Okay, I will roll the resistance, which is what again?
Reaction plus willpower.
This case for him, that's 7 dice.
Okay, and damage is 2 rounded up plus net hits. So that will be the damage that he's going to fight. Divided by 2 plus net hits.
Well, he rolled 4 hits.
Okay. So magic divided by 2 is 5 plus net hits 4. So that's a total of 9 damage. And then minus
Yeah, body.
Five,
Which is
yeah.
5 for him. 2 hits. So in total, 7 levels of damage with cloud. Jesus.
Yeah. Basically just it's almost like a haymaker to the jaw, just pop.
I'm gonna make it different. Instead of like a haymaker pushing him back, you literally almost like your magic pulls him forward and slams him head first into the cover.
Oh, I like
And just
that.
recoils from it, just stunned for a moment. KTP, your turn.
Data spikes.
You just saw one of them just smack their head on the cover. You target that one or target another one?
Whichever one is nearest.
Anyone.
What was that, sorry?
Any of them.
Any of them. In that case, I'll go for a different one then.
Okay. Make your roll for data spike. And I will roll the defense for the device.
How many dice?
Which is their comms, basically. Firewall for they have a cheapish data processing and firewall. So it's only 6 dice.
Guess what number that was?
And it's a glitch.
Oh.
On the defensive roll. Let's just I'm gonna increase the damage by 3. Basically, the number of hits you have by 3. How much?
3 hits.
3 hits. And the damage is your attack half, so your charisma halved, plus rounded up, plus net hits. So that's 3,
Charisma's
6
5.
from the glitch. How much is your charisma halved?
5.
You have charisma 10?
No, as in 2.5.
Oh, 2.5, so 3. That makes it 9 levels. Oh yeah, the rifle they're using, that's a fused block of metal. All the mechanisms have just broken. You almost see like a surge of electricity in like all the electronic components of the rifle, and just you're hearing almost like a whining sound, and the rifle is gone. And you hear their coach going, "Motherfucker, they have a Decker." It's Mook's turn. Mook number 1 doesn't have a rifle anymore. Drops it and does the thing. Let me roll something. Oh yeah. That one, you see Invisible drop the rifle. He drops to goes down lower than the cover, and you stop seeing him. It's now Mook number 2, who has been clouded, and now that it's recovered from the recoil, is gonna aim towards Nico. Nico, because of the cover, you have an extra die for your defense because you have very light cover. Here's the thing. Normally in Shadowrun, you have to use a minor action to take cover. I'm making it automatic as part of movement towards the cover. Because otherwise, combat gets a bit bogged down.
Yeah, my combat sets gives me a +1 dice pool bonus per level on any defensive tests. I have no idea what that means because I've never rolled one.
It's reaction and intuition to defend.
Reaction and intuition.
You have an extra die because of this is very light cover.
Okay, so I get 2 extra die because of my. Okay. Reaction. 7, 9 dice. glitch.
Ooh.
Wait,
Oh,
no, glitches. I've got 1-1, but then no hits. So
That's not a
is that
glitch. A
that's
glitch
not a
is
glitch. Okay.
at least half of your pool is
Yeah, no.
okay.
2
I
4s, 4
have
3s, and a
I
1.
have bad news for you.
Okay.
I have 4 hits. The
Uh-huh.
damage of this rifle is 5 levels. So that means you're taking potentially 9 levels of physical damage.
oh,
So I need you to roll your body.
Okay.
See how much of that you soak.
Yep. Attribute. I'm going to do my attribute boost to that.
And you need to roll that with the same -2 of keeping that.
Yeah, and that's what I've been
health up.
doing.
You should have made the team name the rule of 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, y'all. I'm kind of slow at the math today. I apologize.
No.
In the meantime, I'll just roll for the other guys. One of them is gonna aim for Karaskin.
So it was
Karas gets hit. Karas needs to.
I rolled 1 on my defense or on my body. Sorry.
Just 1 hit from to the. Was that to raise your body or to?
No, I had 4 hits to raise my body.
Okay, and then on the roll to resist damage, just 1. Okay, then you take 8 levels of physical damage.
Okay.
ow.
Karas is about to potentially take 7 levels of physical. He is rolling a lot of body. Takes only 3. That brings us to the last one, who's going to open fire on kissing that pixel. KTP, please reaction intuition with an extra die because of the cover. If you roll at least those magical 3,
Let me see.
you don't get hit.
Just checking. That's 5.
5. You duck behind the cover and you feel that the weapon hit the cover above you, sending a spray of like debris over your head, but you are not harmed.
Okay.
Brings us back to Karas. Now one of you has been hurt. What does Karas do?
Loses his shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
In a lethal way.
Okay. Karas sees that Nico is injured. He because he has 4 extra dice of initiative. That means he has 4 minor actions. He can normally turn all of those 4 into another action. He's not. He's going to use them to just dash across the entire arena. And he is going to essentially dash across, jump parkouring over the cover and getting to the guy that Nico clouded and kick him in the head. Basically, you know, just punt him on the head. And I'm gonna use a couple of his edge rerolls. Okay, rolling for this guy has a bunch of dice penalties from the levels of damage he took. Gets hit. That is just straight up half his strength in damage. Non-lethal. It's non-lethal. Yeah, it's non-lethal. Yeah, it's non-lethal. So.
I mean, brain bleeds aren't lethal.
Yeah, it's not his body. Cool. So Karis has just hit this poor fucker for 12 non-lethal.
Nico stands up and goes, "Go!"
He has 10.
Mexican wave from behind.
As standard for what I do with most enemies, unless they're major important characters, they have straight up just 10 levels of health. So I did him 10 of non-lethal. The overflow goes into physical, which is where he already had about 8 or 9. And I will say this just knocked him out. I mean, he already got knocked out. He will need medical attention, though. That is this one done. That is Karis' turn. It is now Grifter. You're behind this cover and you just seen Karis just move his way, just running like a madman across this arena, just punt this guy in the head. You did see one of them. Actually, I'm going to need you to make an intuition and perception roll for me.
My favorite rolls. What's perception?
In fact, I'm going to need everyone to make that roll.
Is it?
Small one.
Right, okay.
And then I'll do yours up.
Please tell me if any of you gets 6 hits or more.
What's yours, bro?
I physically cannot get 6 hits with my dice penalties.
Okay.
Nutrition and free 6. And no. Perception. Yeah, perception. Where is it? 6.
Five.
Okay.
And I got 3.
I'm going to tell you, Griffith, the one whose rifle got bricked, you saw him dug deeper behind the cover and begin to move forward, drawing a knife, and then you lost all sight of him. It is your turn. There's 2 remaining on their end. They are just behind cover, trying to pick a target. You have the complete drop of them. They will not get a defensive roll. So if you roll and you hit, you want to hit. If you want to take them out,
Can I do the sort of hit 2 targets fire, or would you prefer me just to stick to single targets?
It's up to you, man. I mean, I would say you could. I mean, if you spend the edge, you could do the thing of hitting multiple targets, like with 2 guns, hitting them both with full dice pools. Otherwise, you would likely be splitting your dice pool to hit more. Let me just check the rules for like auto fire to see if you can do like a spray.
Or up to. Yeah.
Okay, firing mode. There we go. The problem is they're not close enough for you to gain the benefits of full auto here, because full auto allows you to pick like an area of like 1 meter across where you can just blast everything in there.
Okay.
They're further away than 2 meters from each other as per that cloud spell. So
Okay.
you would need to target them individually or use multiple attacks, in which case you're splitting your pool of dice between both of them.
Well, I'll just go for one of them then.
Okay.
So we got one's out unconscious from Karis.
Yep.
The one that lost his weapon has moved forward with a knife, and I can't see him.
Mm-hmm.
So assuming they're both armed and they both look kind of identical in that respect, it doesn't really matter.
They all have the same load up, same rifle, same armor, same everything.
Whichever one is, I guess, closer.
Cool. I think because of your situation, your weapon at this range has higher attack value than their armor, so I'm giving you an edge for that. And the fact you have tactical advantage over them because they can't see you, I'm going to give you a second free edge for that.
Okay, so I'll just take 2 re-rolls on them.
Okay.
Yep.
For the love of God, roll higher than 3. Just someone roll higher than 3.
It's 2 rerolls.
Yeah.
In the meantime, Nico, what is your play?
Nico has pulled out
Dice. Damn it.
a stim patch and slapped it on
Okay.
because she was taking some stun damage from drain. And I think what she's going to do is hiding is something that Nico learned to do on the streets when people are looking for you and they want to hurt you and when you're already hurt. And so she's going to find some place to hole up.
Okay, I'm going to have you make an agility and stealth roll for me.
Okay.
And while that roll's going on, I got 6.
6. Okay.
Mhm.
Your weapon deals 5 physical.
Yep.
Right? Okay, I'm going to roll the body for this guy to try to resist 11 physical. He has a body of 5, so I'm going to roll.
I'm also
That-
burning 2 edge so that I can reroll.
That is 2 hits. So this one just took 9 physical as you blast him from behind. And now his
Right.
body is just looking around wildly. They're both looking around wildly where that gun should come from. How many hits, Nico?
I rolled 2 dice and I got 1 hit after re-rolling both dice.
I'm going to. Okay, it is the Mook's turn. One of them just got severely hit. This one is taking out a just quick med pack, something to provide some healing for himself, and he's going to roll biotech, and heals for 2 levels of damage. You see him just a little pull the rifle out, put up the case, and just begin to bandage himself like a Far Cry protagonist in the middle of combat. The other one is just surveying the area and is going to actually aim for Karis, who's pretty much out in the open. I'm going to roll defense for Karis. That's not good. That's not good. Okay. Need to roll. Karis is potentially taking now 7 levels of physical because the guy didn't roll very well, but Karis rolled even worse in his defense. So I'm gonna roll the body. And Karis is just taking another 5 levels of physical. Puts him up to 8. And that is this guy's turn. I'm gonna make. I'm gonna make a decision here. To be mean or to not be mean? That is the question. First, I'm gonna make a roll. Yeah. I'm going to Nico. I'm going to allow you a. Actually, you can't even remotely reach the number of successes for this. So I'm going to give you a 2. if I could give you another penalty, you won't be have dice.
I'm already at 4. I'm already at a -4 penalty on my
Yeah.
dice rolls.
So please roll me your reaction and intuition, please.
Action.
Maybe you should think about releasing the invisibility thing.
Oh, that won't do anything at this point.
Yeah. I mean, it give me 2 back, but I got 1 hit.
Nico, I need you to roll your body. You roll your body without any penalties. That you just roll your body.
Right. Okay. So that was
Your augment is in place.
Yep. So that's four.
4. Okay. How many levels of physical do you have on you?
8 right now. I have 2 more boxes before I go into overflow and physical.
The moment you take those 2, you are officially unconscious, basically.
Yep.
When you're leaning over to look over one way to see if anyone's coming, and so you don't see the guy coming on your other side, and just putting a hand on your face and plunging the knife into your stomach. You just feel the sharp, cold pain, and feel your head being pressed against the cover, and everything goes dark. You take 2 points of physical.
Okay.
He rolled a total of potentially 6 damage. So the body, yeah.
Yeah. So at least there's no overflow.
At least there's no overflow. That's good.
Yeah. And in 20 minutes, that stun damage comes back.
Okay. That then brings us to Karis. There is one mook near patching up, one that just took a shot at him, one that is on. Sorry, I think I missed KTP altogether. Fucking hell, KTP. Yeah, it's your turn.
She's just
KTP,
gone off
sorry.
for a cup of tea.
Yeah, sorry. So much. So sorry. KTP, what was your action on your turn this time? Last time was a data spike on one of them. What would you do this time? I will tell you the guy whose stuff you bricked, that one did go silent, like shut everything off. So those icons are not available.
So what icon's gonna see?
You can see the 2 remaining. I mean, the one who's unconscious, you can see him, but that target's not moving. The other ones are still available. The one that the grifter just shut up, and the other one that if you can spike his weaponry, I'll negate the damage that I just did to Karis if you want to, as a reward for me skipping your turn, like compensation for
Go
that.
after the dude that took out carrots.
What was that?
Go after the dude that hit carrots.
All right, yes, data spike him.
I will roll for the data processing and firewall on the comms, which is a total of 5 dice.
Well,
If you roll more than 1 hit, you're doing wonders.
I got 8.
8.
8, damn. So that's 7 plus half your charisma rounded up, so that's 310. Yeah, that gun is done. In this case, it's so done that it's even smoking. So no damage to Karis. And 2 guards with weapons bricked. Now I present to you the question again. There is a guy. I'm actually going to roll to see Karis. You guys can see something. So Karis has just seen Nico from where he is. Boy has a good sight. Boy has a lot of it. Particularly in anything that would involve being an effective assassin. he has good skills on. I'm going to ask the group priorities. Take out the two that are on this side, or go on the hunt for whoever attacked Nico, and would
That's got to be the
potentially
hunt for Nico.
take out KTP as well.
It's got to be the hunt for Nico.
Yeah, he's going on the hunt because Grifter can take out the other two, the others.
Okay.
Karis has got
I'm
the
going to
best chance of
present
going
you
after
with another choice. Does he remain, let's call it human form, or does he go full metal, which enhances his abilities?
Is the full metal sort of emotionally linked, or is
Yeah,
It can be, though. He has a good grasp on it.
I think we
because
need to keep.
obviously now someone's really hurt?
Yeah, but I think we need to keep that a surprise still.
Yeah.
So he's
Again,
gonna say, yeah,
it is your Pokemon. You control him.
yeah, I think he's gonna stay in control.
Okay.
I mean, Nico has gone down a couple of times now. So I don't think that is too
I think
concerning for him.
in this case, I would say it's a different sight of you being knocked out as you having a gut wound.
Yeah, but see, the only way you can really tell is because of
gets
the pool
close,
of
yeah.
blood. Yeah, it's all kind of the dress cut hides a lot.
So he is going to run up to you, and I'm going to make another roll for him once he's close to see if he can see the stealthy boy. My stealth mook. He does not. He comes across, is checking up on you, sees that you are, not, you can hold on for a little longer. Checks your status, and he knows that if he can wake you up, you likely can hear yourself. But he's going to focus now on covering you. He is going to get to you, use only one move action. So he's likely going to convert his... No, he can't convert them anymore. He uses action to look. So he's just going to... Yeah, he's standing by. Grifter, your turn. KTP, you're next. So think of what you want to do.
Well, Grifter will. So we've got one guy that I shot previously.
That one is just bandaging himself up.
Yep,
And the other one, his weapon just got bricked.
But he's fine. But he's just got a bricked weapon.
Yeah.
So
by the way, you are now visible.
I was going to say, am I now visible?
Yes.
But
I'm gonna give you that you can still. The guy who's bandaged has just noticed you because he was turning away and bandaging, so he has line of sight on you. The other one is still unaware. I'm gonna give you that he's still unaware of you.
So, in regards to distance from me,
both close.
So, could I, taking the Mickey a bit, the one that's sort of crouched down, bandaging, who has seen me, could I just sort of jump towards him in an effort to stop him bandaging himself and cause him to be, wrestling with me?
So you want to choke him out.
But then while I'm jumping towards him, have a shot at the other one. Because I haven't got there yet.
Oh, he's John Wicking this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put this way. If you pay me 3 edge, I'll let you do it.
Go on, I'll have that 3 edge.
Sorry?
Suggest.
Okay, 3 edge then. First, you're gonna make me an agility and close combat.
Okay, agility and close combat.
It's gonna be in a post one to see if you can grapple that one.
Close combat. Where is that at?
Oh.
Right. how to get there. So I got for that roll, I got 5.
You succeed. You have this guy grabbed.
Okay, so do I now take my shot at the other guy?
Yes, go ahead.
4, 7, agility, and firearms.
On Grift.
That is first name.
Come on, roll big.
3.
What do we get? What do we get? 7. Oh,
7 was +5, potential 12. I will roll the body. 1 hit, he's out.
boom! Look at that.
He's down,
Wicked shit.
bloodied, just dropped. And the other one is in your arm saying, I surrender, I surrender, I surrender.
Doing the thing on his head with my knuckles.
Okay. It is not Nico's turn. KTP.
She's going to move to Nico and use a mid pack.
Make your biotech roll.
Is it just biotech
And logic.
and logic?
Either logic or agility, whichever you prefer. I'm going to guess logic.
Only 2.
Only 2. I think that would heal 2 levels of physical.
2 levels of physical? Okay.
So you feel the first thing that brings you back to consciousness is
Hey,
pain, because you feel pressure on the wound as KTP is wrapping, just pressing against the wound and treating you, with Karas pretty much standing over, looking around.
okay.
It's time for my other mook. ATP, I need you to make a reaction and intuition roll. As you're finishing putting the thing. The mook is pretty much seeing you all and seeing the situation is in, but he's going to make it, take a one last stab at it. And just runs out of
Literally.
cover and lunges at KTP.
I only got 1.
In that case, you do get stabbed because I rolled 2. So that's 1 level. You are potentially taking 5.
Okay.
Sorry, yeah, 5. I need you to roll your body.
Yeah, I'll take 5.
You get stabbed in the back. You're finishing up treating Nico, and you go to stand up, and you just feel a hand appear behind you and just kind of pull you towards them, and you feel the sharp sting in the back.
Mm-hmm.
With Karas extending a hand towards you, almost in warning, we come straight to Karas, who I'm going to ask again. This situation, does he remain in control?
He remains in control, but I think non-lethal goes out the window.
Agreed.
Is that your call?
What do you think?
No, definitely.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay. You see, he is wearing his usual gloves. What you don't see is that his hands turn metal under the gloves, upping from non-lethal to lethal. And Nico, you have seen Karas lose his shit. His eyes just go black. So I'm going to attack for Karas. Karas is going to spend 4 edge to add his edge to the pool.
Yeah. Nico's just, you kind of hear her barely whisper, "You done fucked up, son."
So Karas is adding a full 7 to the pool. So Combat. Edge. Karis has just has just rolled to hit this guy a total of 10 hits. I'm gonna roll the reaction and intuition for the poor mook. He rolled fairly good. Actually, fairly good. Okay, he rolled 5 hits. Still, he is taking 5 net hits from the attack, plus 2 of the, let's say, call it metal gauntlet, plus Karis' strength, which is 6. So that's 13. I'm gonna roll the body. That is two hits. Karis hits him for 11. Just the helmet that they're wearing, the combat helmet, just crumples under the fist, and the dude just flies like 10 feet back and lands in a heap. He has a chance to survive. He may just need immediate medical attention.
That's everybody, right?
Yeah, that's everybody. The crowd goes wild. There's cheers. Says Strays win. And a voice much like Smash Brothers goes, "Congratulations!" And you see, though there is a pot that is growing for the tournament, but straight up just for this combat, you gain 12k. You put in 10, you get 12. And you're basically medical teams come in, and those of you who have not been treated yet, so Nico, you have already received first aid.
Yeah.
You can receive it again, but KTP, I'm going to roll for their medical attention towards you. Dice. You are healed for 4 levels of physical. Karis is gonna get some healing too. Karis is fully healed. And Grifter, you are perfectly fine. So
yeah, I didn't take any.
You are all taken back to your locker room. They more on a, let's call it a visual thing, but Nico, you are kind of checked up. They just tighten up the emergency treatment that KTB provided, but you are pretty much. But I will say, we're going to make a biotech roll for them. I'm going to put the difficulty of this at 4. They rolled 6 hits. They pretty much administer let's call it a counter agent to your stim pack. They remove it. You will not get those. Let's say the damage that you would take back from the stim pack is not happening. They've
Okay.
Neutralized it, so to speak.
Okay. She's casting heal on herself.
Okay. That is the first of your rounds. There is your attendant appears as you are taking care of yourselves, and he appears with a tray that has a letter, like an envelope on it. It says, "One of the administrators wishes me to give you this." There's a tray with an envelope.
KTP looks at Grifter and says, "Let Nico deal with it."
Is Nico well enough?
Nico's casting a spell.
Yep.
The attendant is perfectly fine with waiting. He's just standing there, still as a statue.
Grifter asks the attendant, "Can we still get drinks while we're in here?"
Of course. Does Sir wish for anything?
Tequila.
Very well. I shall bring it to you post haste.
Thank you.
Having said so, he doesn't move.
Oh, yay. 6 hits of healing.
Your lethal goes down significantly.
Okay.
You're down to
Now I
2
have
lethal now, then.
Now I have to roll for drain.
Have fun with that.
Yeah. At least I'm not rolling drain with a penalty anymore.
Yeah, that's enough. That's upside.
Yeah. Okay. Oy. Oh yeah, she's good on drain.
Okay, cool. So the attendant is there, pretty much waiting for you to finish, and has that envelope with a letter.
She'll take that, open it up, and then hand it to KTP while she prepares to heal Karis.
No, Karis is fully healed.
Oh, Karis is fully healed? What about KTP?
I've only got
KTP.
one, just one damage. It's fine.
Okay. Then she'll just take the letter and open it up.
You see a letter says, "Congratulations on your victory. I was most impressed with your skills. I am interested in becoming your sponsor for this tournament. If you accept, there will be perks, and I will also expect you to win. To show my regards, I have included a key card that will open a special locker in your room with something that might interest you. Please use it in your next bout if you wish for me to sponsor you for the rest of the tournament." And that's what the letter says. It's signed Minus. Minos.
So Nico kind of like gets the gist of it just based on her reading skills. He goes, I think this guy wants to help us, but we're expected to win. And she hands the letter over to KTP.
She reads it out to the group.
From dealing with shady people in the past, this mostly means I expect you to win, but I'll give you help along the way, and make a show of it.
Well, we've got to check what's in the cupboard, right?
Yeah. Let's check what's in the
I'm
cupboard
gonna
first.
this is gonna be a choice. I'm gonna choose. Is this something for Nico or something for Grifter?
I would say for Nico.
Yeah, I would.
Okay.
Are you happy with that though, Kat?
Yeah, that's fine.
Nico, you open it, and it's quite literally a pink wand, almost with glitter on it and little butterflies. But you, with your skills, immediately it's a focus, a very powerful focus that will give you +4 dice on all your spell casting.
She holds it up and she looks at it. She goes, this could really, really help.
Grifter looks at it, goes, glad that's not mine.
Nico's gonna take her hair, kind of put it up in a knot, and then use it like a chopstick or a hair stick,
Yeah.
hairpin, and just put it in through the hair so that she's got it.
Cool. Yeah, you have that focus.
So then she looks at KTP. She goes, "I'll take it off if we don't want to accept the offer. This has to be a decision between all of us." And she looks at Karis as well.
By then, the attendant has left and has returned with a bottle of tequila and some shot
Excellent
glasses
news.
and some limes and some salt, and has left again.
The Grifter's pouring shots.
Oopsies.
And then sort of with a little trail zone with holding a group. He knows most people aren't going to have them. But for the four of us, puts them in front of everyone, goes, well, we wanted to get in with them. This is what we were here to try and achieve, right? So this is...
That's true.
Nico, because you asked, it needs to be a decision of all of them, even Karis. You notice that Karis has 1,000-yard stare. He's just sitting there, just looking at nothing.
I think she's gonna walk up to him and she's gonna put her hand on her chest just to kind of get his attention.
And he kind of snaps out of it, looks at you.
Are you okay? We can leave. We can leave and be done if you are not good.
I'm going to make a roll for him.
Nico has seen her friends fall apart before, and she does not want to do that to Karis.
Karis looks... I think you can... It's clear that Karis is not doing well. But he says, no, we stay.
We check in after the next fight. If you're not good, we'll go. We're starting to make a name. Can always come back. Even if we win.
He nods, but it's very non-committal.
She looks over her shoulder at KTP.
KTP turns to Grifter and asks him why he's doing this.
I thought we wanted to get in with the people upstairs.
That wasn't my question. My question was, why are you doing this?
To get in with the people upstairs.
And she just sort of looks at him for a moment. Can I do like a judging intentions?
Yes,
Or something like
of
that?
course. Intuition and perception. Is Grifter trying to hide anything in this moment? If Grifter is trying to hide anything, that'll be charisma and con.
Charisma and con.
You better roll high.
Well, hang on, how many did you get?
I'm not telling you.
Well, you might as well, mightn't you? 'Cause,
No, come on.
charisma is con is last 2. Right, so is it more than 5?
It's 5.
Right, so we'll roll it. Just, you never know. You do know. Right, so
You got none.
yeah, I felt that shit. Right.
Please, I mean, you can. KTP is. You have known Grifter the longest, so you can smell the bullshit a mile away. Grifter is most definitely not being honest with you.
So she says to him,
I'm gonna tell you, Grifter, because you have this relationship for a long time. I'm gonna guess the look KTP is giving you is a look of, yeah, you did not convince that one.
Right. So I can't deny I'm having a little bit of fun, but I realise people are getting hurt. So
You still haven't answered the question. Why are you doing this?
to get in touch with the people upstairs.
I think at this point you're getting the gist that he doesn't know what exactly it is you're asking.
Oh, he does. Oh, he does. I think she's just kind of a little bit exasperated with him after all, like particularly like it was only recent that they had a conversation around the kitchen table about all being honest with each other. And like he's just resorted back to typical grifter, especially in this situation where he's seen me and Nico get stabbed. So she turns to sort of Nico with just like this exasperated look on her face and kind of gestures to Grifter as if to say, this is what I'm talking about.
I think Nico, she kind of gives like a gentle pat to Karis, like, I'm, stay with us. And then she turns around to Grifter and goes, Grifter, are you doing this for the lulz? Or are you doing it for us?
Like, I will just out of character, like I will just say that I think if Grifter had said he was doing it for the trafficking and he was sincere and she believed him, she would have told Nico, fine, let's carry on. But because of this, she's like, no, like we're going into this situation where it's dangerous and we could all get killed for what is essentially a game for Grifter. And she's like, no, we're not doing that.
Yeah, so are you doing this because you're here for us, for Malcolm, or are you doing this because it's fun? And it's okay to be fun, but if that's the only reason,
But
I mean-
I did say there was an element of fun in it.
yeah. I mean, she points to the healing stab wound and she goes, not fun, but smacking that guy's face into the thing, that was fun.
So I put my drink down. I'm like, no, you're right. I'm here. I'm being the old me. I'm not thinking. I'm happy to walk away if everybody else is. We can find another way to do this.
I'll be honest, I don't think we can. We'll have to come back. But do we walk away tonight? Or do we go one more round and try to get a sponsor?
Has KTP picked up on what's going on with Karis?
Make a judge intelligence roll, an intuition or perception roll. Because I think because you have had certain conversations with him at certain moments, you might be able to pick up what's going on.
Or
That's more than enough. You know for a fact, having had conversations with him in other moments, particularly like those, like around the times that you were kind of rescuing Harley way back when you fought other people, when he's had to fight himself. He doesn't like violence. He doesn't like inflicting harm on others. He doesn't. Because he's seen what he was in theory supposed to be, and he doesn't want that. And he just punched the guy into essentially a coma. So this is him having a bit of an existential crisis.
yeah.
And right now, from the look on his face, he is pushing it very, very, very far down to focus on the task ahead.
I have an idea. We can put Karis on pure defense. If one of us goes down, needs to be protected, he can go metal skin and just protect us. Doesn't have to fight. We'll do the fighting. He's on Overwatch. If he needs to protect us, put himself physically between his full metal jacket, then
How does Karis react to that?
He doesn't. He nods, but it's very non-committal. It's most like nodding for nodding's sake, just to. He might not be paying full attention.
Yeah, KTP's tone.
so what are we doing?
Does the tournament continue?
And what role does Karis play in it?
The downside of putting Karis on full defense is that it's one less person out there. You know, the offensive, as someone would say, offense is mitigating future damage.
Mm.
Right. If we were to call it quits and come back another time, and we didn't bring Karis, we would go in as a team of 3 rather than of 4. Would that mean we would be fighting teams of 3 rather than 4?
We're fighting teams of 3, teams of 4, teams of 2. You might just, your next round might be at a team of a single person that joined this thing as a nutcase.
Right.
There are people in the team arena joining solo because they think they're badasses. Some of them truly are, but.
And most of them have delusions of grandeur.
I am going to actually allow Nico to, and let's say, Nico make a roll. It's going to be intuition and willpower.
Okay.
Mostly, through your knowledge of shady motherfuckers. Shady lore, we'll call it. Shady lore.
Okay. Street smart. Okay.
That too,
that is 3.
3. The magical number. This letter you got was basically almost like an audition. You know it. It's whoever wants to sponsor you, seeing can you deliver the goods? Can you deliver something, can you deliver a show? With what you said just now, you get if you allow Karis to go full metal, that is one hell of a show. And that could perhaps get you closer to the upper floors without necessarily having to win the full tournament. But it does mean putting Karis
on the line. Do we know how much of a buff to his defense? I mean, when he goes metal skin, how much
he gets do remember the defense rating here just means edge versus attacks?
Right.
His defense rating becomes 15.
So it would take a shit ton of damage to hit him.
No, that it just means that whoever is attacking him needs an attack rating of 19 to gain any edge against him. It just in terms of defense, which is willpower and reaction, Karis has a pool of 13. because some of his stats exceed the human maximum. Like human maximum, most stats is 6. He has 7 on a few of them because he's a genetically engineered weapon. And that means that whoever attacks him, even with any dice pool, the result, he has 13 dice to make that attack not happen. When he is full metal, he gets an extra 2 dice on everything, basically. He just gains a free floating 2 bonus on everything. So someone with 50, basically he becomes an equal with someone rolling 15 dice on an attack, which already is fairly high. For example, your pool was 15, just sorcery.
Yeah, without using my foci. My foci. Focus is whatever the plural
Or
is.
whatever it is.
Yeah, now I've got 15 plus 6. So 21 dice.
Let's just say the focus you were given has an extra perk, but this one, you don't know what it is. There is an extra potential there that you only discover when you use it.
Yeah.
So
This is up to you. This is a question of, do you, for this goal, for the greater good, for stopping what is potentially a human trafficking ring, do you put Karaz's humanity on the line?
Well, since you put it like that, yeah.
So I think what Nico's going to do is she's going to kind of explain this as best she can, is what she's been able to kind of intuit on all of this. She's going to explain it the best she can. She holds up the letter. This guy wants a show. He wants to know if we're worth sponsoring. Can we make it look good? We don't have to be good. We just have to look good.
I mean, if you are good, then it's extra.
Basically. Right. And if we are good, that's just icing on the cake. We fight one more round. We can walk away for the night, accept the offer of sponsorship, and come back another night. And then she looks at Karis and she goes, you don't have to fight. You're pure defense. If one of us gets hurt or needs protection, full metal jacket, you're protecting. That's it. One round. And then she looks at KTP and Grifter. But her eye, she kind of flicks her eyes to KTP and Grifter to make sure that they're following what she's saying. But her eyes are on Karis. And she's like, we will walk away for you and try again. Or we stay one more round and see if we can get further.
Karis signs a very simple phrase, which he is being truly honest and not hiding anything. And you immediately realize this is why he said he is going further. It just says, we owe it to Malcolm.
Nico holds up her arm with the tattoo.
What is the call?
I think we know what the call is, don't we?
Huzzah. One more round then.
One more round.
Okay. The lights go up and says, Strays, you're up.
Nico looks at the attendant and says, let him know. We accept his offer.
I'm going to ask a second question. How much money do you put on yourself for this round?
We have 58K in that group. Cool.
Put in.
Well, should we just put the 12 in that we won out of the last one? And
You put in more for a bigger payout.
KTP stays out of this. She's not into the gambling thing. She's letting Nico and Grifter do whatever they want to do.
Just so you know, because you know how gambling establishments work, both Grifter and Nico. The more money you make, the more of a high roller you are, the more access you have to places.
Given Nico's understanding of calculating the odds on a street fight, when to run, when to stay, what kind of are we looking at even money? Are we favored, or are we the underdogs?
In this upcoming bout, you're the underdogs. So you're looking at tripling the money you put in.
$15K.
Yeah,
Looks like Grifter.
I mean,
just 15. Just you can do better.
Nico's still money conscious. That's a lot of security.
a Grifter reaches into his own pocket, pulls out his chip, and sort of that's all I got.
Well, she's going to take it out of group funds. I was going to take it out of group funds.
Yeah, but we can't really lose group funds too much in case it all goes Pete on, right?
That's why she said 15K. It's only we're risking 3K more than we won.
You could potentially make out 45K if you win.
No.
Or you could put in double that amount, 30, and you come up with 90.
Yeah, if we put in
betting, though, isn't it? See,
if we put in 15K, that puts us at 45K in the group funds, which means we will double our group funds if we win with this.
I'm happy to do the 15. That makes sense to me.
Okay. 15K it is.
15K it is. The attendant takes your bet. Says, may victory be at your side. And then leaves. And then after a little while, strays, get ready.
We're going to get fucked, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
You get on the lift and it rises. And this time you come to an arena that is almost like a Western. It's just sand, rocks, some almost parts like dilapidated buildings. And it says, joining us now, the team making a storm in the tournament. New arrivals and already kicking ass. The Strays.
Mm-hmm.
And on the other side, the list rises and there is just one person. Dressed almost like in in attire very similar to your normal attire, Nico. Though it's a guy that has almost like kimono type attire, much like a martial artist with but closer to like a samurai with the very wide kind of skirt like pants they use, but it's all like bright orange, like flame design, and the left side he has the thing off, so has like a one side that is sleeved, the other side is bare, like just bare chested, with just mat of scars all over the skin. Bright red hair with like yellow highlights, with an assault rifle in each hand.
Does this look like a caster?
Considering that you right now are seeing and you can all see it, you see from the ground rising with him, like just rising above him and like standing over him, almost like an aura is what looks to be a giant fire spirit. you could say yes. This might be a caster.
Okay.
And here's where things get a bit complicated, Nico. You see that he just looks at you, and then his eyes turn completely red, and you see the spirit enters his body. and he just begins to smoke and emit flame.
Oh, lovely.
And that is where we're getting to end our session.
Cliffhanger.
Yeah. Oh.
Hey guys, guess what? I've been reading up on counterspell.
I don't think my newfound skill of piloting is going to help us in this one.
I mean, you could ride Karis and pilot him.
Ride a unicycle round him if you die. Ah, shit.
I'm not going to give you karma just yet. I'm going to give you
Oh,
karma
no.
at the end of this venture, so to speak.
Mm.
But that is the end of our session. Next time around, we will see how much of a show you put on. As you're fighting let's call it a rip-off of Shaman King.
So can next session be titled Fighting Fire with Fire?
Oh,
Maybe we'll see. We'll see. I'll take it under advisement. And we will see how poor Karis handles things.
he'll be fine.
Sure, he'll be fine. He'll be fine. He'll turn into Grifter too. That's the
Could
bad
be
ending.
worse.
Yeah. So yeah, big announcement is tomorrow we kick off Game Blast 23. For 10 days, playing one game a day for each year that Game Blast has been happening. On The Lawful Geek, on later levels, and Pragmatic Pixel. Info on, I will be putting it on the panels either today or tomorrow morning. And anything you want to say about that, Kim, go ahead.
I'm going to let Pete talk about it just for a second while I put a link in chat.
Okay, so yeah, Game Blast. It's a yearly thing from Special Effect, raising awareness and funds to help them do the wonderful work they do, helping people with disabilities play video games.
And we
Outstanding.
expect some Pikachu-related paraphernalia.
There's going to be no Pikachu because we've done that, and what we don't do is the same thing twice.
But it's a fan favorite.
You could make it an annual event. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't want to do it again. No.
yeah. This is something close to my heart. I could donate.
For fuck's sake.
Let's see what happens.
Hey,
Yeah.
no
Because-
one's ever gonna let it go.
No. It's not, see, now I feel bad for saying no, but I don't want to
You should feel bad. It's for charity.
Oh, fuck me, I'll get the Pikachu fucking costume out there. Yeah?
Someone clip that.
Shit. Fucking hell. Oh, my dick. I'm not wearing it for 10 days, though.
No,
I'm not saying
no,
10
no, no, no.
days. I'm saying an hour.
An hour. An
Yeah,
hour.
an
That's
hour.
it. Just an hour.
Just an hour. That's all we're asking. We're not asking 10
And I'm not
days.
doing the same voice anymore.
Won't you?
Hello, Murphy Papa. I've just been screwed.
Oh, you just walked into Pete committing to bring back that star hit show, Pick Up Pete.
An hour.
An
One
hour.
hour.
We're just asking an hour with
An
potential
hour.
for
Right,
more
an hour.
time
Game
given
Blast.
donations. That's
Right.
all.
I look like an idiot again. Yeah. Brilliant.
Hey, Pete, do me a favor. I'm going to need a link to your Twitch channel.
Brilliant.
We'll do that.
Really. Hey, look, I may be in the States, but again, this is something that that is kind of personal for me. So yeah,
It's a very good cause.
it really is.
It
really
is.
is.
Oh,
I can't believe like so many people have been trying to talk Pete into this for weeks. Cat comes along in 5 minutes. He's doing it.
yeah, but okay.
There
I
is
said
no
an
such
hour.
thing as making yourself look like a fool. There is no such thing.
Oh, there is.
Oh, there is, but this
Yeah,
is not
yellow
it.
rabbit app. What even is a Pikachu anyway? Is it a rabbit?
It's a
what
rat.
is it? A cat?
A rat.
A rat?
It's a rat.
It's got a bloody
I
yellow
mean, it's
rat.
not like we're asking you to wear a glitter unicorn onesie with rainbows.
That is definitely not happening. That's just not going to happen. So right, okay, let's move on.
You know, eventually we'll find someone who'll make you a onesie, designed around characters from the Division, so it'll look like camo gear.
Yeah, let's do that next time. Anyway,
With bunny ears.
With that said, I'm just gonna let these fine people tell you where you can find them. Kim and Pete, take it away. I mean,
basically, come over to later levels next Saturday. Like not Saturday coming, next Saturday, because Pete's going to be wearing a Pikachu onesie for an hour.
is that when it's happening? Is it?
Yeah, prime time, baby.
we're giving you
Yeah.
we're giving you a week to prepare, and it's happening, before the grand finale.
Yeah. Put all of that info in the Discord server so that I
Will
have
do.
it, because I'll be there
Hey.
with my credit card.
Okay. It's a good cause, though, right?
It is a wonderful cause.
It is. It is. Seriously, I'm a mother to 2 children on the autism spectrum. One of them also has cerebral palsy.
Oh.
It's a good cause.
It is that.
And you can make so many people happy by just dressing up as Pikachu.
Think of the
Yes.
kids, Pete. Think of the kids.
Do it for the kids.
An hour.
An hour, yes. We'll count the minutes down.
Mm-hmm.
Not 1 minute less, not 1 minute more.
Uh-huh. Yeah. An hour.
An hour.
Anyway, moving swiftly on, so we're not
Moving
dwelling on
swiftly on, Kat, where people can find you.
Oh, yes.
No, I said Kat. I
Oh,
think
Kat.
you
Me.
guys.
Me. You can find me here on Thursdays, except for next Thursday, because I'll probably
Because
be
Pikachu.
watching because the following Saturday, on Saturday, I'll be donating because Pete's gonna wear a Pikachu costume. I just think that's so beyond adorable and wonderful. And just so you know, Pete, I appreciate it. I really do. I know, and it's appreciated.
Yeah.
I will be there with the
I-
credit card.
So that'd be all.
Other than that, I lurk in a bunch of Discord servers, or occasionally you can find me on Twitter until Musk burns it all down. That's pretty much it.
Before we actually go, I'm gonna go. Kim and Pete, which game are you starting with tomorrow?
Elder Scrolls Online.
Elder Scrolls Online.
2014.
Awesome. For me, 2014, and it's Trails in the Sky first chapter. A game that I've already kind of done a few months ago, but fuck it, I'll do it speedrun style this time.
Okay.
I mean, I say speedrun style, just be hitting the turbo button like a madman and skipping the walls of text.
Yeah.
So no Mario Kart Rainbow Road.
I mean, let me see if I can add it in as an extra. If there's donations for it, we can add it in. I'm not saying no.
You too could wear a Pikachu costume.
I mean, I'll wear a Mario cap. If I can find, I'll dress up as Mario. I don't care. Fuck it, I'll dress up as Toad. Just put a giant mushroom head on. Anywho,
Yes.
this outro took a life on its own. Anywho, thank you all for joining us. Thanks for watching. Be sure to come back in 2 weeks for Shadowrun, because we will be having quite an interesting fight. I promise you, none of you have fought an enemy like this one, because I just made it up.
Great.
So thank you all for coming. Thanks for watching. Hope you had a good time, and we will see you next time. Bye.